Hey guys, this is P.M.R.Bonez88, and we'll be talking about my next horror slasher movie review. After from my first slasher movie review, which was the first horror slasher movie of 1960, Psycho, which starred Anthony Perkins, Janet Leigh, and the director Alfred Hitchcock. It's been 22 years since the first Psycho movie became a huge successful for audience, and the director Alfred Hitchcock made this character Norman Bates a legend and a huge horror movie slasher icon. Sadly, Alfred Hitchcock passed away in 1980, so may him rest in peace. But they, however, decided to make a sequel, which is Psycho 2. The returning cast: Anthony Perkins play as Norman Bates once again, and Veronica Miles returns as well, which she was also in the first Psycho movie, playing as Lila Loomis. The second one is now all colorized, and Anthony Perkins returns to play as Norman Bates once again. So it actually starts out where Norman goes to court. He's finally free. All his records of killing and the murderers are like now gone, erased, like completely gone. But which of course that pisses Lila Loomis off, because however Norman Bates did kill her sister. So when Norman Bates finally comes home, he tries to be normal. Doesn't really work at the Bates Motel anymore. He decides to work at the food diner across the street or the road. But however, he thinks everything's back to normal, realizing that his mother is dead. She's not there anymore. But he gets the feeling that his mother is there, like inside of him. Like he still has this mind of his own. Like he believes that his mother is alive, but he tries to deny it. He tries to stay normal, which he has the help from his doctor. So anyways, he gets all these strange phone calls and weird letters saying that his mother that's doing it, and he starts to get a little paranoid. He gets a little paranoid. Then he starts having all these anxieties attacks. A new manager that's now taking over the motel, the Bates Motel. Well, which now won't be the Bates Motel. Some sleazy guy who dislikes Norman Bates. So he starts working at the diner. He meets this one girl named Mary. She and Norman starts being friends, and doesn't even realize that's Lila Loomis's daughter. It actually starts out like, first he gets paranoid, and then later on in the diner scene where Norman Bates like says what the food order is, and then later on there's a note there that's from his mother. Well, he thinks that's from his mother. Now starts to think that sleazy guy that works at the motel is doing that just to make him go crazy again. So he works at the diner for a while, but then he decides to quit. He decides to quit and goes back working at the motel once again. But he starts like now seeing things. Like he sees in the house that his mother is there, she's watching him, what he's doing. But Mary comes along and starts taking care of Norman. So what starts out, Norman starts to now get really even more paranoid. He starts to go crazy. So now this is like taking the pace, bringing him back down to his own level. And the one who's actually like doing it is Lila Loomis, because what she wants is revenge. What Norman Bates did to her sister, from all the prank calls, the letters, and dressing up as his mother, is actually like seeing Norman Bates becoming psycho all over again. So this is like starting all over again, for making him going all crazy and nuts. So now he starts to believe that his mother is alive, and he is starting to talk to her mother. At the end, Mary dressing up and pretending to be Norman Bates' mother. Norman like now starts to become back being his old self once again, like being his old psycho-y self. Mary tries to stop him. Like, she stabs him like multiple times in the body, and stabs in the palm of his hand. She even tries to kill him again, but then one of the cops get to them, and they shot her. She's dead. And they believe that Mary was the actual psycho killer, that she was behind all this. So at the end, Norman Bates goes home, takes care of the house, and a mysterious lady comes in, her name is Miss Spool, which that's apparently Norman Bates' aunt. Norman Bates picks up the shovel and whacks her in the back of the head, and so now make her as a new body for Norman Bates' mother to talk to. And the Bates Motel is back in business, and Norman Bates is back being his own self. Well, to him it's normal, to us psycho. So anyways, after talking about the movie, overall from this movie, it's actually really good. And tells you the story, like taking Norman Bates, bringing him down to his old psycho self, like starting all over once again, bring him down to his own level. I mean, the movie itself is good. It gets does get a little confused, like if Norman Bates is doing all the killing or if he's dressing up as his mother again. It's actually fun to watch, enjoyable, and seeing Anthony Perkins as Norman Bates once again. I'm glad he came back. It was really good to see it, and but either way, this movie's really good, really fun to watch, enjoyable to see, and director who directed Psycho 2 was Richard Franklin. So he decided to direct that one because ever since Alfred Hitchcock died, so this was like before Psycho 2 wasn't. This movie is fun to see, enjoyable, and does have like now blood and a little gory and a little bit of sex at the end. And my next review that I'll be talking about is Psycho 3. And this is P.M.R.Bonez88 signing off and saying once again, peace.